Before we get started, I would like to give a moment of silence. Well, guys, if you have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know I've always been planning on to eventually doing live action characters, and I feel like this is a good time to start, but I would like to give a quick shout out to those that have donated to the channel. Thank you very much. We love these characters. We love them in the comments. We love to see the things they do. We love their lore. We love everything about them, but there's something about seeing your favorite characters in live action that really just adds more fuel to the fire and makes you enjoy what you really like to know even more. People have their ups and downs, flaws about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but in my personal opinion, I absolutely love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's absolutely beautiful despite its flaws, you know, with the Hulk and stuff, blah, 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 blah. You already know how I feel about the Hulk and Endgame and stuff. When it comes to characters like Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, for example, really did a great job at personifying Black Panther. And when you look at him, you really do think Black Panther. He even does the accent really well. But let's dive right into it. How strong is the Marvel Cinematic Universe Black Panther? They do a really good job in portraying him. See, the thing about it, it's very similar to his comic book origin, so you might want to check out my Black Panther video about the actual comic book Black Panther when it comes to him. You know, he lives in this country known as Wakanda. It's the home of vibranium, one of the strongest metals in the universe. Literally, it was a meteor that had this type of metal that landed on Earth a while ago. It landed on the Africa, Wakanda, affecting the plant life and stuff, even making this thing known as the heart-shaped herb, which gives the person that eats it, that has the right bloodline, super soldier level strength, speed, reflexes, and etc., cat-like agility, and all that good stuff. On top of that, having some of the best science on the planet and probably being the richest being in Marvel is Black Panther when it comes to people on Earth. Black Panther is the protector of Wakanda. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, his father actually died from the Civil War events, which led to him being the Black Panther just by birthright, like automatically. Proof of what I said right here about the meteor hitting the Earth. Affecting the plant life around it. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Black Panther has actually had two different designs in his short-lived career in the MCU so far in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You got the suit known as his design, his original suit he had in the movie known as Civil War, ended up getting an upgraded suit thanks to his ridiculously smart sister known as Shuri in the MCU that can literally absorb kinetic energy and draw it back to its opponents and stuff like that. It has everything the other suit has, but just more. Fully bulletproof, fully made of vibranium and all that good stuff. Some of this stuff you're probably going to hear me repeat in this video, so just a heads up. You get an idea of the suit's lore in the movies because they even show reference to it being similar to its comic book suit. No surprise there. The whole purpose of live action is to be similar to the comic book version. So yeah, it states here, Black Panther's vibranium weave suit is bulletproof and has retractable claws on its fingertips. These claws are similar to, you know, when it comes to raw power or cutting power to Wolverine's claws in comics as well. States here, down at the bottom, T'Challa has superhuman strength, speed, and reflexes. Despite his other suit being not as cool as the newer suit, even though it looks cool, it's not as technologically advanced. But according to the Russo brothers, it still evidently absorbs energy based on their, you know, interviews.
Gives him a level of protection and, you know, borderline invincibility because of the material that it's made of.
Which is vibranium for non-fans, and it's the same material that Cap's shield is made from.
Which has the ability to absorb energy. So it's much harder to damage him as a character.
So there you have it. Even his former suit even has a form of supposedly energy absorption, but they could have been just talking about the comic books in general, which, you know, the movies are trying to portray, right? And of course, this is the new suit Shuri's design. It looks epic as well. Makes him look a little bit leaner, doesn't look as swole, I would say, but has a better technological perks to it, I would say. The suit actually absorbs nanites. See that? As you can see them testing it. He embodied the role, man, but let's just get an idea of how strong his suit is. Let me just dig deeper into the suit and its jaw-dropping features. You're probably thinking he sounds invincible. How the heck do you hurt somebody that's made of vibranium and can absorb the energy you use against him and convert it back to you? Well, evidently, it does evidently have limits still, though. Even though it's really, really hard to damage him, he still does have limits. Like, I don't think he can absorb an infinite amount of energy. It seems that it can be overloaded because there's no limits fallacy. You know, he would be unstoppable if he just absorbed any amount of energy, like from any tier, and just convert it back, right? You know, rocket launchers seem to be something that overloaded. In this movie, for example, grenade, he can take it. See what I mean? The energy absorbed from the crashing copter to send some soldiers flying. Like right here, for example. That power. Bullets don't do nothing to him, as you can see here, even his new suit. Even though it does seem to have a limit, this fall was able to be absorbed as well. Like this massive fall. See that? When he was getting beaten on by his own soldiers, he was able to reconvert the energy back. Like that. This new suit is a lot more mobile. It can even be concealed in a necklace. Tell me this isn't beautiful. This is very nice. He doesn't have to go in a full outfit change to put it on. Nanites. All you have to do is think, put it on. It materializes it mentally. Epic, right? Stuff you already know. Retractable claws. Even has sharp ends on his feet as well. Even sharp ends on the knuckles, it seems. It seems to have regenerative properties to where a piece of it gets knocked off. It seems like it can come back, like this part with Ulysses. I don't even know how this works, but it's even untraceable to metal detectors somehow. Seems to shred clothing apart as you put it on. Shredded those clothes up. The most impressive part about Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther is that he's been in the MCU for a very short amount of time, but he's already got some really decent battle feats and feats in general when it comes to fighting some of the best hitters in Marvel. I guess that's the benefit of having an actual cinematic universe with multiple characters we love in it, right? He's fought like all the major people, notably the ones in Civil War. Like literally being able to fight Captain America himself, even scratching his shield, like you can see there. And it's actually confirming the God Bull that, yeah, he was able to do it. It states here, the Black Panther's claws were able to score Cap's shields, presumably because they are both composed of vibranium. Fight Bucky, carving into other parts of steel. He just sliced through that shield, he picks up the block. Notice how basically just on contact once, it was just able already halfway through it. Like, just look at that. Not only did he completely destroy Hawkeye complete hand-to-hand, but he sliced through his arrow with ease. This stuff is in his older suit, by the way, even be able to scale down a building by doing it. Just slices through the hood of a car, easy stuff. Yeah, just eats bullets and slices through the car door and just slings it like it's nothing. Right work.
I am not dead!
Dude literally has all the coolest battle feats. Like literally the movie Civil War had it all. Literally characters like Falcon, he couldn't even get him off the grip. I know I keep going back to the Bucky fight. Yeah, his attack was able to dent the thing Bucky fell into. He was able to flip a soldier from the ankle, just from the ankle. He hits Captain America so hard we went flying, really. One of his more flashier feats, he was like able to take down a rhino. Get down, boy. Wrestling. Does that to the Bucky's bite. This stuff, just picking up big stuff like it's no big deal. Super Soldier tears because look what he does to Bucky's arm just with raw strength. You see that? Not to mention this arm can do stuff like that to the car door. Light work. He's strong enough to actually tilt a car. You see that with the claws and contact. Even strong enough to pull out a tire out of a car thanks to his vibranium mixed with his strength. When it comes to durability, his suit is probably one of the best things about him when it comes to people in his tier. He got sent into a bridge by Scarlet Witch, went through it, and was fine afterwards. In his many fights with Civil War, like just took Hawkeye's explosive arrows to the face. Seriously, he's a nightmare for anybody in this tier to fight. Just takes a shield throw from Captain America and just keeps running. Doesn't matter which one of these guns you use, special guns that even super soldiers use, they won't scratch his suit. This gun right here, for example, tried to shoot Black Panther in one of the many scenes, and that still didn't work. I still don't understand how this is completely possible, but he was okay after a few hits. It did seem to stun him from Black Widow's bite attack in the MCU. Normal people actually hurt their hand trying to hit him. Like, you see that? He was able to take hits from this rhino like that, absorb that energy. Doesn't need his suit, even durable enough to take a hit from Bucky even without no suit on. It's really the heart-shaped herb. Just jump down 2 stories like it ain't no big deal. It's been calculated that these guys were running at least 38 miles per hour from cars. Probably one of the coolest scenes of the movie. Not to mention when it comes to combat speed, he's actually able to dodge arrows. I showed earlier that he's caught them, but he's also able to react to them. That should be noted. Marvel Cinematic Universe characters are implied to have supersonic reaction times, like being able to evade these blasters, not even getting hit by none of them. It's cool stuff like this is what I wanted to see more of in his own movie, though. Triple spin kick. Weapons can even spear aircraft. Some of the best displays of his fighting skill is in Black Panther Civil War, like I keep mentioning in this video. Please excuse me, but man, those fights were crazy. This is the type of stuff Bucky can do to concrete, guys. All this happened in Civil War. And send grown people flying like Falcon, just like in the air. He's able to fight and react to Captain America multiple times throughout the movie. Not to mention, Bucky's able to do this to an elevator door and even push Captain America through with his tech power, as you can see. Like, look what he did to the door. Like, what? Like, Bucky was literally cleaning house to the point where Black Widow and even Iron Man had to step in. He didn't have a full suit, though, but still. Bucky was literally cleaning house of all the S.H.I.E.L.D. fighters. Hits Iron Man, a few combos, you know, he's suitless. And, bop, bop. Black Widow. Implied that she was out of her league as well. It's not until T'Challa came into the point where he seemed like he might have even had an advantage over Bucky after Bucky doing all this, really showing his presence and dominance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even without no suit, showing that he can kind of hang with the power of his bionicle arm. It's crazy, and this kind of seemed like he actually got the drop on him, but until Bucky actually got away because he kicked him over the rail. Like that. Like, he literally got it to hand over Bucky. But then when he looked for him downstairs, he lost him. But yeah, he actually got the advantage over Bucky in that, wouldn't you say? And just in general has cool miscellaneous type of tech. Like, this is how they actually communicate with each other, y'all. This is epic. Control the aircraft with those. Like, awesomeness. See, even old tech. Like, this is back in the day they was able to do this. Even stuff like flashlights. Has like these EMP discs. Sound absorbents used, by the way. Yeah, this is the ones that has the EMP disc. Can shut down cars, evidently. Stated their communication devices have infinite range. That's crazy. Audio surveillance. He has his ways of secretly tagging people. Or he has like a stealth jet, as it seems. Iron Man evidently didn't detect it, which is incredible. Even confirmed in the guidebook that, yeah, he pilots a one-man Wakanda stealth jet. Yeah, Iron Man didn't know he was being followed, guys. Just think about that for a second. Like, literally nobody noticed it. Still hunting the Winter Soldier. Panther covertly followed Iron Man, who had tracked Cap to an abandoned Hydra base. He also understands Korean. If you want to get some more lore on T'Challa in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know, which is very similar to his normal comic self, here it is for you. You can pause the video here if you like, and you can pause the video here if you like. This is coming straight from Marvel, by the way. Before going into battle, T'Challa dons a suit made of nearly indestructible form of weave and rare powerful elemental vibranium. There's actually some MCU lore in the comic books. Like, they have like preludes to Marvel's Black Panther. So that's the type of stuff. It states here, T'Challa, if you've held the mantle of the Black Panther for merely a week and already walked as if been at for your lifetime. They even stated by Okoye, it tells me that you prove yourself highly effective in the field as the Panther. Black Panther also did appear in Infinity War and Endgame, the two epic events that I absolutely love, where it was just high stakes, all the heroes crossing over, just an epic colossal battle in Wakanda, probably one of the best scenes. It actually showed his speed as well. Pretty much consistently showing he's in the super soldier tier of this verse, or even slightly above, since he does have a mystical power source like the heart-shaped herb. While not needing the heart-shaped herb, he actually did work for his actual other stuff, like his actual fighting skills and stuff like that on his hard work and his own training. But the heart-shaped herb just enhances that to another degree to the super soldier tier. Fighting alongside the Avengers and changing the trend of Wakanda in the MCU verse. It didn't really want to help the outside world, but Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe wanted to change that in this universe. Greatness, right? To share its resources with the world. And it could be a helping aid. Even though it's a big risk to the world, even bad people getting vibranium. They have awesome tech, like literally being able to create a barrier. It seems that even powerhouse characters like Cole Obsidian in the Marvel Cinematic Universe can get through. Just give you an idea of their tech. Even Proxima Midnight.
You are in Wakanda now.
Even your standard soldier that's not Black Panther has ridiculous tech, like even Wakandan tech, like vibranium weaponry. So it's not just Black Panther, they can all arm themselves with this type of stuff. Then we all can agree this was epic. Seeing these two at the front line just outrunning everybody. Hitting combos and slicing and dicing these Outrider characters.
How much Roga should you?
I've barely begun, brother.
You might want to pick up the pace.
This is a shade to the comic. He was able to like use the kinetic energy absorbed to kind of like stagger Cole Obsidian in this occasion. Everybody supposedly died, but then he ended up coming back thanks to the Infinity Stones. Was definitely a helping aid in the game. Made a big shockwave, another occasion of him creating aerial effect. I swear he must be the best of this tier, I swear.
Give it to me.
Everybody was protecting the Infinity Gauntlet in these scenes. Epic. We all loved it. Panther was going to work with, holding it. Thank you for your service, Chadwick Boseman. Thank you for bringing one of the most iconic characters to life. It'll never be the same without you. Something else that is cool about Black Panther in general, and even the MCU Black Panther, he has one step in the magical side of Marvel. You know, like characters like Doctor Strange and stuff. But like, for example, in the comic lore, there's like magical Wakandan priestess that know magic and can do sealing techniques and seal stuff up with their magical spells and stuff like that. Movies even portrayed something like this when T'Challa visited the astral plane or the spirit plane for a little bit before he became the Black Panther or when he died. We haven't got to see the Panther goddess Vast yet in live action. Hopefully when they animate that on live action, that's going to look cool. Probably some amazing looking CGI for that. As you can see, it's like Wakanda basically, but the clouds look different. Like it's letting you know they're in a different realm, dimension. This could be implications in the MCU Black Panther becoming the king of the dead, getting all the knowledge of the previous Black Panthers, similar to like my Black Panther comic book video you might want to check out, where he actually got the power and knowledge of the previous Black Panthers. The movies could do that too, and that would give him a major power up and strength, pushing him way past the Captain America tier. Like right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he's in the Captain America tier, strength-wise and fighting skills-wise like that. But if this actually happens in the movies with him getting a power up like this, that can change the whole ball game for T'Challa. These are the previous Black Panthers from the past, all in the spirit plane. Let's be honest, that looks beautiful. Like, look at the realm.
Stand up. You are a king.
I have a feeling that they're going to end up making actors play these previous Black Panthers in the background. Like, they really blurred them out in these movies because they probably didn't really know what to do with it yet. You know, that type of stuff. Back to the Rhino thing. Going off of the fact that T'Challa in the MCU, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, can tackle and overpower rhinos is a similar feat to his comic book counterpart. Not only has his comic book counterpart done so, but this also concretes him and makes him consistently in the super soldier tier for sure after doing this with raw strength. It's not like he used his claws to cut the rhino to make it fall. You know, he just straight up tackled it, and, you know, and they're pretty freaking heavy. You know what I mean? When you Google the weight of a rhino, it really depends on its weight. It states here on Wikipedia, a mature rhino can typically stand about 1.3 meters, 4 feet high at the shoulder, and weighs around 700 kilograms, 1,500 pounds. And you would think something that weighs 1,500 pounds has to be just about as physically strong as what they weigh, right? Or they wouldn't be able to stand up, right? For example, even normal humans like you and me can like lift their body weight, you know, because our legs are holding up our body weight. So we have to be as strong as at least our weight, right? That's the same thing for a rhino. But considering that T'Challa is able to tackle down a rhino and he weighs way more than him, that's very impressive. You're probably thinking, why is fighting MCU Captain America impressive? This guy's done some impressive things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's like the legit poster boy for the super soldier tier. When you think of the super soldier tier, this is the guy you think of in comics or in live action. The super soldier, Captain America.
Did I beat Captain America's time? 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 Not even close. Not even close.
You remember that show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when it actually did kind of follow the MCU? I know currently the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show doesn't really follow the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but this guy evidently was able to do that to that bulldozer, right? And he stated to the agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., like I said, this is back when they actually were considered like legit in the same universe, you know, back in the day, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., said that I beat Captain America's time by pushing that bulldozer. But yeah, he said not even close. So Captain America is evidently stronger than this guy, and Black Panther is on that level, which means that T'Challa in the Marvel Cinematic Universe should be stronger than Deathlock in that show, meaning that he should be able to move a bulldozer like that in a similar fashion, right? That's absolutely madness. Respect. But guys, that's just about going to do it for the feat run about Marvel Cinematic Universe T'Challa. Hope you guys enjoyed this. He should be respected. I think we all can agree on that, right? He's a beast. One of the best fighters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, along with other great fighters like Black Widow, Captain America, and even more than likely Taskmaster in the universe. I mean, you know, part of Taskmaster's skill set is from T'Challa's, as you've seen in the trailer, the Black Widow movie, even though it hasn't come out yet. Wouldn't it be nice to see T'Challa in the Marvel Cinematic Universe actually fight Taskmaster of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I think that would be awesome, right? More than likely, he can hang with characters like this as well, even though Taskmaster is insanely crazy because he can just copy your fighting style. Like, if it's similar to the comic lore, of course. But yeah, one can even debate he's above these fighters, you know, even if it's a slight edge. He's fought, like, all the major ones in Civil War and stuff like that. On top of his strength and the fact that he's got a ridiculous standard gear, his suit could debatably be more OP than Iron Man's in some aspects, like the fact that no bullets, no matter what, can pierce it. It can absorb energy absorption and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I mean, in the comics, I'm not even getting into the comic one, but he even has a Hulkbuster suit in the comics. So just letting you know, like, the really ridiculous gear that he does have. Yeah, he's ridiculous, man. When it comes to battle suits, he's pretty top tier. When it comes to that tier, he's in. You know what I mean? But like normally physical strength-wise, he's in the super soldier tier. But, you know, he can jump tiers with these type of suits. You know what I mean? But that's just going into comic stuff. That reminds me, if you haven't, please check out my comic book video about how strong is the Black Panther as well. That can really show you more lore on that. It's about 40 minutes long. I think you guys will enjoy that too. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and see more content like this. I do a lot of videos like this, and I take requests. I talk to you guys. We chill, have a good time together, that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Respect T'Challa. Seriously, guys, I think you guys will enjoy my video I made about Black Panther like 5 months ago, like about T'Challa. It's like literally almost 40 minutes long. You guys really should watch that on top of this, or watch both of them back to back. You know, I'm just giving a suggestion.